thing we want to show you is that you don't have to be a good dancer to start off swing dancing. All right, so what I'm going to do is be the leader and Gina's going to be the follower. And so we want to give you guys a few tools before we get started. All right, guys, so what we're going to do first is talk about the 2 tools that we're going to use in this lesson. The first tool is a rock step. Leaders, you're going to rock step with your left foot first, going backwards.
And followers, on your right foot is how you're going to rock step.
So we rock step. Again, rock step, rock step, rock step. Now we're going to talk about the step, which leaders are going to start with your left foot and
followers to your right.
And this is what we're going to do after the rock step. So we have step, 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 step. If we put them together, it looks like this. Rock, step, 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 rock, step, 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 rock, step, 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 rock, step, step, step. Now we're going to connect. And when we connect, we're going to call this pattern the basic pattern. So let's connect with our partner. Leaders, we're going to offer our hands. Followers, please accept. All of our friends are watching, right? All right, so what I'm going to do is turn my hands like this, and Gina is going to place hers on top. And we're just kind of relaxed here. So what we want to do is we're going to rock step first. So leaders, we're going to go backwards. Followers are also going to go backwards. Rock step, and then we're going to do our step in place. Step, step. Let's try that. So we have rock, step, step, step. Rock, step, step, step. Rock, step, step, step. And rock, step, step, step. Yes! Give your partner a high five. So here's the thing. We can use this pattern and move around in our garage like we are in our home studio, in our living room, wherever you're at, you can basically swing dance with this pattern. So we have rock, step, step, step. That's our basic pattern. So what we want to do is we're going to change positions. And we're going to do this by doing an inside turn. Inside turn means I'm going to point my fingers down, and Gina is going to be looking up like this.
See kind of my hand here, this nice little circle.
Nice little circle. So I'm going to point my fingers like this. I'm going to move to the left of Gina. I'm going to show you the shape. And we're going to change places. So I'll do it again this way. So if we're here, we kind of go like this and change places. Notice how we're not taking a lot of space. We're just kind of switching spots where we're at. So keep that in mind, and we're going to actually put the same pattern to this. So take a look. Let's say our first pattern was a basic, and our second pattern is going to be an inside turn. We have basic and inside turn. Basic and inside turn. Basic and inside turn. Pretty good? How are we doing on that? I hope well. I hope well. If you're having trouble with this, you want to make sure that you're bending your knees enough so that anytime you do this step, you don't feel like it's really hard on the ground and rough.
Right. You don't like a robot, right?
Yeah. You don't want to do that. So just bend your knees a little bit, relax a little bit.
And keep in mind, we are still using the same feet. We're still using the same step. We're just traveling like we did before we put the step in. So just kind of keep that in mind as we go through this. We're still doing the same feet pattern, right? But we just traveled, just like we did before we added the steps back in.
Well said, Gina. Well said. You want to add another move in here?
Let's do it.
So what we're going to do now is another turn. This is an outside turn, and this is the leaders are going to go under their partner's hand. So let me lift Gina's hand up, and I'm going to go under like this. So this one's a little different. I move to my left a little bit, and I lift her hand up, and I try to bend myself down so that she's not like, bending down or going up on her tippy toes per se, right? So I bend down and go under this way. And what we want to do is take up the same amount of time. So let's say we do a basic, and this time we're going to do an outside turn. So we have rock, step, 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 rock, step, 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 rock, step, 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 rock, step, step, step. Yes. Hope you guys are getting this. It's pretty fun, pretty simple. So what we want to do now is we want to put these shapes together. Let's say we're going to start with the basic, and then we're going to do the inside turn, Then we're going to do another basic, and then we're going to do an outside turn. So take a look. We're going to do this with some music so you can see.
You'll be sorry. The way you treated me was wrong. I was the one who taught you all that you know. Then you went down here and made you sing another song. So good luck, maybe with you.
Yeah, that's fun. It's really, really hard to shut off music as we do these demos. We guys think it's so much fun. Any other comments before we show another move?
I don't think so. Let's show the next one.
All right,
And
guys.
I will say this, if you're having trouble, just definitely go back, rewatch the videos, repeat them, and then just kind of work through them and practice them. Obviously, we're covering them in video format, not like we would if we were there and needed to repeat them. So just go back, repeat, and then come catch back up, and we'll move on.
Well said. So what we're going to do now is show you guys how to do like a nice little dip. And this is a really fun dip because if you're at the end of the song and you want to end it without going, all right, that was fun, see ya. I'm going to go watch Netflix, right?
Right.
So the idea is you want to make the dip smooth. So here's how I like to make the dip. Let's say I'm going to have Gina dip on this side. I am going to go rock, step, step, step. I'm going to pull my partner toward me. Rock, step, 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 and now that Gina's here, all I have to do is bend right here and lift her up by surprise. So she doesn't know the dip's going to happen, but this is a way for me to set the dip up.
Yes.
Anything you want to add to that?
So when Jamin brings me in, we're rock stepping, still doing the same foot pattern, but it stops here, and my weight is on my left, and we're connected here, and then when he leans back, my weight goes into my left, and I'm kind of sitting down like I'm sitting in a chair, and you can lift your leg up, or you can keep both feet on the floor if that's better for you.
And leaders, what I'm doing is I'm not bending over like this because I will certainly pull my back out.
It's not good.
And do like the old times, all right? What I do is I bend my knee out like this so that I can fully support my partner's weight. So this is how I like to do it, and some of you who can bend over a lot, you can do that, but this is a really good shortcut.
Right, so once we're both connected, we're actually both kind of sitting into it. Jamin with one leg going forward, and me bending on my left knee, and kind of balancing like I would be if I was sitting in a chair.
Yes. So let's say this move is just a good way to bring our partners in and allows us to do the dip. So here, 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 and dip. Yes. So let's say you don't want to do a dip and you want to kind of just do that move. You can also do that. Let's say rock, step, step, step. Well, what if we want to go back out again? Now we're in what we call closed position. We both rock step backwards, and then we send our partner back out. Rock, step, 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 rock, step, step, step. Now what I'm doing is to get Gina to move forward. After that rock step, I kind of push a little bit on her back. So she feels some energy from me, signaling to Gina to kind of go back forward. And Gina, what are you doing when you feel that?
Right, so when I feel the energy, I want to go with that energy. I'm still keeping the same footsteps going. I'm just traveling with it like we have with the other moves.
Well said. So let's put these together. I just want to show you guys without the dip how these can all flow together, and they don't have to be in order. What I like to do is a beginner basic move in between every special move. So take a look. We have a rock, step, 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 rock, step, step, step. Pretty simple. This is really, really fun. We're going to demonstrate to you guys again how you can do this to the music and choose which shape you kind of want to go into. Now the key is the leaders, you have to be very clear about where you want to go. And the shortcut, the really simple way to remember is always do a rock step before you go into one of those special moves. Any tips for the followers?
Yeah, so what we want to do is we want to keep our arms relaxed. This also goes for the leads, and just be able to respond to those movements. I would encourage you, when you go back and review the video, do the walkthroughs where we're doing it without the actual steps, both together. That way you can feel what they feel like, and when you put the steps back in, it'll be even easier and just keeping relaxed.
All right, guys, well said. Some good wisdom, Gina. Let's show you guys again what this looks like if we were just improvising all of the moves that we just taught you.
Someday you'll get sorry.
Woo, that was a fun one. Starting to sweat a little bit. That was good. Did a little workout. So really fun to do at home. It doesn't take a lot of space. We want to give you guys a couple of ways how you can start together with your partner instead of just standing with each other going, okay, are you ready? Let's do this. All right?
So if you notice when we were demonstrating the different movements, we just kind of stepped in place together, just kind of getting the rhythm, getting the feeling of the music and doing that. You can do that from being outside, or you can actually bring your partner into closed position this way and do kind of the same thing where you just kind of move together, just feel the music together, and then when you're ready to start, you'll start with that rock step. That way it doesn't look quite so awkward, the music's going and you're just standing still. So just kind of go ahead and feel that music, bounce together, kind of get your rhythm going together. Maybe if it's not, you're not so great at rhythm, it's a good way to get together first before you actually start dancing.
All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this beginner lesson.
Yes, we are so happy to have you join us. I know people come for all different kinds of reasons to check out the school and learn about swing dancing.
The very first thing that I like to talk about is we have three concepts that I use to define swing dancing. We have rhythm, which is more like the foundation of this floor. We have shapes, that's like the structure of the building. And we have momentum, that's like the people who come in and out of the building. And so anytime we start doing anything, we have to start from the beginning or the foundation and build up. So let's start with the rhythm foundation. When I talk about rhythm, I basically mean put your feet right under your shoulders and we're going to do an exercise here. So let me first show you what, let's say, waltz rhythm looks like. This is the waltz rhythm. Right? Let's say we have salsa. I'm sure it's better than that, but you get the point. And then we have swing rhythm. So in order for us to dance swing outside of this one spot, we have to utilize two basic tools to help us move around. The very first tool we have is what we call rock step. And that rhythm sounds like this. Try that. You can do this sound on any foot in any direction. So let's say take your right foot and go forward. Now go backwards with it. Let's say you go sideways with it. And you cross. Let's say you try with your left foot. We would call this a rock step. You go forward with it, you go side with it, and you can cross with it. So the second concept that we have is what we call triple step. And this looks like this. Imagine you have a pole and you've got a horse head on top of it, and I want you to sit on it. Now just follow me now, be patient. Let's say we shake our right foot and I want you to skip like this, but keep your feet right under your shoulders so you can continue to bend your knees. Let's say use your left foot this time. And this is what we call triple step. Now the purpose of the triple step is to help you turn in one spot or to travel, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to put these two tools together and give you a pattern. We're going to say rock step, rock step, triple step, okay? So I'm going to grab my partner and we're going to show you exactly how to do that. So we're back.
I'm Gina.
My wife, I'm Jamie Jackson. We're going to show you guys some of the shapes. So let's say leaders, you're going to put your hands around your partner here And like Gina's doing, followers, just kind of put your hands comfortable to your body. We'll turn to the side so you can kind of see. Here's the first shape we're going to make. We're just going to go straight, and then we're going to come back. All right? And try that with your partner. Just go forward again, and then come back. So in order for us to be able to swing dance doing the shape, we have to add the rhythm back. So remember, we're going to bend our knees like this in rhythm. And now we're going to use our outside leg. So followers are going to use your right leg, leaders are going to use our left leg. We're going to rock step backwards, and then we're going to triple step forward. We have rock step, triple step. Now in order for us to transition, we have to use another rock step. This time it'll be our inside leg, rock step, and then we'll triple step backwards with our inside leg. So let's try that together. We have a rock step, triple step, a rock step, triple step, a rock step, triple step, a rock step, triple step. So that's what we would call, let's say, basic, all right? So what we're going to add now is the follower shape. And so what this looks like, leaders, we're just going to suggest to our partner to move in front of us. And followers, once you feel the energy in your back, just kind of move yourself in front of your partner. So as you can see, you may not be able to see it from the angle, but Gina's right shoulder is matched up with my left. That's how I'm doing it. Then I suggest to come back, and then Gina moves herself. All right, so watch that again. We have the suggestion, and then my partner comes back. So we're going to put this together with the basic shape, and we're also going to use the same pattern with our feet. Rock step, triple step, rock step, triple step. So let's say we do a basic first, and then we'll do what we call the follower shape. 5, 6, 7, and basic, triple step, a rock step, triple step, followers, triple step, a rock step. One more time, we have basic, triple step, a rock step, triple step, followers, triple step, a rock step, triple step. Very good, yeah. So those are the first two shapes. We're going to add an additional shape on top of this. So let's say leaders offer your outside hand to your followers. Followers, please accept. Everyone's watching, right?
Right.
So leaders, now what we're going to do is move in front of our partner, and then we're going to move our partner in front of us. And then take your hand off their back. Go ahead and try that. I want you to offer the hand, move in front of your partner, move your partner in front of you, take your hand off their back, look at it, give them a high five. Gotcha! All right, so here's what this actually looks like when we add rhythm to it. What it will do is introduce our third concept, which was momentum. And as we do this shape, you'll notice that you're going to separate from your partner. So watch. We'll do a basic, and then we'll do what we call followers. And this last shape, we'll call it swing out, just for today. All right, we have basic and followers. Next shape is swing out. Let's try that again, one more time. I'll do it from this angle. We have basic and followers and swing out. All right, yeah. Partner high five. So once you're separated, you'll notice that we're not standing next to each other anymore. And what we want to do now, let's say we disconnect from each other, and followers, you're going to walk towards your partner, and leaders, we're going to move to the left. Try that. It feels a little awkward, right? So let's try that again from the other angle. Let's say followers walk towards your partner, leaders move out of the way. And the main point is we want the followers to just be able to own that line.
Right.
Now, don't try that at work. It's weird, okay? But you guys get the point. So now what we want to do is, let's say we connect with our hands. We're going to do the same thing, but as we pass each other, we're going to have the followers face your partner. All right, so it actually looks a little bit nicer. So let's say we go let's say disconnect, right? And followers start moving towards your partner. This is what you want at work, right? You want them to turn back, right? So offer the hand this time, have your partner move towards you, and then leaders move out of the way. As you face each other, we're gonna put our hands on their back and go all the way in a circle. Okay? So let's say we start in our original position. Okay, this is the position, and we're like this. We separated from our partner after that swing out. So let's say followers move towards your partner, leaders move out of the way. I'm gonna grab Gina's back. We're gonna move until we are home, like the Jackson 5. Some of you all may not get that reference. Maybe C-3PO, I don't know, but you know what I mean, right? So let's put all three of these shapes together. Here we go. We have basic and followers and swing out. Now we're gonna call this one circle. And you'll notice you can repeat this pattern. Followers, swing, out, and circle. What we're going to do now is I would encourage you guys to put some music on, and we want you to practice the basic shape, follower shape, the swing out shape, and the circle. So again, we have the basic shape, we have the follower shape, we also have the swing out shape, and we have the circle shape. Now, like learning a language, it's going to take you some time to get the feeling of that in a more comfortable nature. It takes time to actually perfect these concepts. It's much like riding a bike. You have pedaling, balance, and steering. And right now, we've just introduced these ideas to you. So if you were doing a Lindy Hop bike, you would kind of be like this. But the point would be is you understand how these mechanisms work together so that as you perfect them over time, you'll have a smoother outcome. So practice that right now with some music. So now what we have to do is talk to you about the most important things in swing dancing. Now we have to be honest because 75% of swing dancing is subjective. And it really is. It's more about how you like to move doing these basic concepts. Well, right now what we're going to do is talk to you about the 25% of swing dancing that is so important. If you know this 25% that really holds the weight of everything else, you're going to be able to dance with anybody in the world, no matter what their style is, and be able to also fix yourself when you're social dancing. So what we're going to do is we first have to talk about our roles. We have the leader role and we also have the follower role, right? And what we want to do now is break down what those roles are made of. And if you can fully understand this, you're going to be really empowered. So let's start with the follower roles. Can you talk a little bit, Gina, about those 4 concepts that you're so good at?
Of course. Yes, so as follows, we have 4
Ooh, Jamin here. I hope you enjoyed that first beginner Lindy Hop lesson. It is so much fun. This is the lesson I generally teach in about 30 minutes to